So the other week I was watching Toonieforthebus streaming on Twitch, and he was less than complimentary about the Jerboa. And so I decided I had to do another Jerboa video. I've done a few in the past. It's been a while since the last one. In a cutthroat meta, Jerboa is not really up to snuff, shall we say. Although, to be honest, it's one of my favourite units in the game. But a lot of the time it's just very difficult to justify taking it. So here I'm on turn 8, and I've got the Badger going, which is hopefully going to eke out some draws and extend the game and give the Jerboa more time to come online. The pack, I'd actually edited it down so that a lot of the best stuff was gone. I was fed up playing Clownfish, Capybara. I really wanted to get a video that had other pets in it and not just the same old stuff. So I think Eagle's not... Oh no, okay, Eagle is there. But a lot of the tier 6 units I changed up as well. And here I am about to make a funny mistake, because I'm going to roll, I'm going to find the Jerboa with the frozen apple that's free. However, because I'm conditioned for the moose, I just click end turn and I lose the free apple. I wonder if they could add I suppose very, very few people would ever make that mistake, but it would be good if the game warned you that there was a free item that you hadn't purchased. I don't know. And maybe that's such a niche situation. But the Jerboa could have had an apple as soon as I bought it, and it's missed out. And it's actually going to have a bit of a long wait until it gets another one. So just standard stuff with the moose here. Unfortunately, because the way it works, as soon as you get to 3 gold, if there's nothing for you to buy, you can't freeze it. So we don't get the second Jerboa from the shop there. Kind of annoying. And I do think they should change the moose so that it doesn't unfreeze the food shop. However, that wouldn't have helped us there anyway, because the Jerboa was in the pet shop. So here, I can't remember what exactly I was rolling for here, because there was a lot of stuff I could have frozen for the moose. Maybe I'm just looking for more Jerboa level ups. But we do get a chocolate, and I'm now just going to spend the rest of the gold rolling. And unfortunately we end on a seagull, but that's not too bad. The +6/6 is still decent, and we do have 4 hearts. And the Badger is hopefully going to help us, extend the game even longer. Here we face the bog standard monkey, jellyfish, buffalo, but they didn't have any equipment, so we get a draw out of it. I don't know if I mentioned it already, but I removed melon from the pack as well, just because I was fed up using it. So there's tomato in there instead, which in retrospect, I probably wouldn't do that again if I was going for a Jerboa game, because you constantly get baited thinking you've found an apple, and then you realise actually it's tomato. This team double tropical fish on turn 12. Very nice from that player. I still see this person's name all the time. And we actually end up with another draw as a result of the Badger. Another tomato in the shop. And I actually do give it to their Jerboa just so that it's got a little bit more potency for attack purposes. I think, we do have pepper in there, and I probably should have put pepper on something, but I guess I was looking for the level up on their Jerboa as quickly as possible. Although the moose does provide a good chunk of scaling, obviously it doesn't scale itself. And here, actually, as a result of buying the tomato, we're going to get the draw. Actually, maybe it wouldn't have made any difference, because the Badger would have killed the cat anyway. But it felt nice at the time. So freezing stuff for the moose as you would normally, and then we're just looking, and we finally get an apple, another apple on turn 14. So that's, it's a good injection of stats, but it's just so inconsistent. You can actually, really drastically outscale teams if you just high roll apples, but it's so unlikely that no one ever plays it, really. To be honest, I do see Jerboa way more frequently than a lot of the other bad pets. I guess people are always trying to get the achievement. And here we go against the first Toad Hedgehog team and actually lose there, even though they only had a 4 squad. That just shows you how ridiculous Toad Hedgehog is. And I give the Badger Pepper, although that will actually make no difference whatsoever against the Toad Hedgehog teams. And immediately we face Crocodile, double Crocodile, which kills the Badger despite the Pepper. However, the Jerboa is going to have enough stats to eke out the win. And now, yeah, we'll just freeze more 5s and 6s. I probably should have taken the Pepper there, but and maybe frozen the cheese. But I think a lot of the time I'm leaving the food shop open because all I care about is getting as many apples as possible. And actually, with the moose scaling, it's not going to be long before buying the apples from the Jerboa is not even going to be worth it. And another Toad Hedgehog team, because of the number of draws we had, it's the same as Pack 1 where you end up just facing Hedgehog, Blowfish, or just raw Hedgehog teams. You end up going against all the builds that are drawing a lot. And so Toad Hedgehog, there aren't that many builds, I would say, in custom packs that can actually do that. But Toad Hedgehog is definitely one of them. And so we're going to see quite a few more, and I think we're going to get some repeat performances from some of the same teams. So here, I think this round, I make a really bizarre mistake where I'm so conditioned with the moose that although I have 3 gold left, I just click OK, and I could have bought the chocolate. So kind of a strange one there, but I guess that's just muscle memory for you. And moving the Badger to the front immediately proves totally useless because the opposing team has Bat with Pepper, and my Pepper gets overwritten by weakness. However, the Jerboa does actually manage to beat the final Hedgehog there with the tomato. And I think also a lot of these teams, if you're playing a scaling team, you are a primarily scaling team, because obviously we do have the Badger, which is an in-game ability, but everything else is a scaler here. You do kind of end up in the situation where there's very little you can do to improve your team, and you're essentially just choosing between the different equipment items. So here I replace the tomato and the moose, even though it wasn't that long ago that I bought it, because I'm pretty confident that the eggplant can do a lot more damage to a variety of teams. Although here you actually see, I'd never seen that before, that the eggplant triggered after the moose was sniped by the leopard. And leopard, tiger, turn 18 that was. I wouldn't have thought there should be very many of them after this point, because they're winning really, or they should be winning. And here I just roll down looking for something better, and we do get a full board of tier 6s. Again, though, it's diminishing returns because the moose is going to get to the point very soon where it's not actually buffing anything. Here we face the double poodle team, and it's going to be a draw, I think. Yeah, because of they have 2 stakes. And you definitely see that a lot as well, where teams that have stake I think are more likely to draw, because it's more likely to be a 1-for-1. And here I think, I roll down and there's no good food. I just buy the broccoli to have actually bought something this turn. And how many turns is that now where we haven't found an apple? It's a lot. Because look at the stats on, like, the pill bug's almost at full attack, and it's very soon going to be. And then even when we find the next apple, it's going to be diminishing returns. Now there it ends up in a draw because the 2 back units there had peanut. Another thing that's quite common in customs when you get this late. So now we're into the 20s, turn 21, and I finally get another apple. I don't know why I froze and rolled there. I should have just bought it and then rolled, because then there's more chance of finding another apple. So now the Jerboa is 50-50. So any moose buffs, in fact the bluebird is as well, so any moose buffs that land on it are going to go to waste. And we faced another Toad Hedgehog team, and actually this time, because of the position of the Badger, the Toad is going to get killed off, and then it's going to be a tie. That team was on 1 heart, and I bet they went on for quite a few turns more after that. I guess at this point you would have to have a pet with weakness or something to stop the permanent draws from the Toads. It'd be interesting to know what the furthest anyone's ever gone with the Toad Hedgehog team in custom packs. I guess it's the same as pack 1. You do eventually just end up with ghost teams. But you can see there, the eggplant moved the blank empty space where the hedgehog had been after the whale swallowed it. And this is exactly the same team as earlier. And this time though, we do have enough stats for the badger to survive long enough that it kills the Toad and gets another draw. So at this point, we do find another apple. However, we're only now buffing the moose and the badger, and the badger is now at 50 attack. But that doesn't bother me. I'm still going to feed the Jerboa every apple going. And the eggplant there actually means that the bluebird 2-for-1s, because the scorpion got moved out of the way. And although it's an opposing level 3 badger, we actually win. So really in the nosebleed territory here, turn 24, and we still need 3 more wins. I get another 2 apples, which is great, and I'm not really bothering about the moose because it actually doesn't matter. All the 4 units are 50-50 now. So a single apple on the Jerboa is giving +3/3 to the moose, and that's it. And here's a super weird team where they have German Shepherd, but they don't have any summons. However, I think, because it's another level 3 badger at the back, it's going to be another tie. And we move on to turn 25. I think, I can't remember what the furthest I'd ever been in custom packs was at this point. I think it was 21 or 22. I think it was the full Stork team that got this far, or got into the 20s. And I'm not sure if I'd ever been further than that, because a lot of the time I'm just not playing the drawing teams. And you can see here, we're in the situation where we can't do anything. I actually froze the pair to buy it for the moose. However, the moose unfreezes everything. This is a super strange team where they've got a full level 3 team already, but they also have level 3 white tiger. So I wonder if they were just going for the white tiger achievement. And then they got to the point where there was nothing to buy, so they just leveled up all the hedgehogs. I'm not sure, but we end up beating that team because they just really needed, to draw there, they needed another hedgehog instead of the white tiger. And here I just buy the chocolate. I guess I might as well try and level everything up now. And we actually get matched with a poison dart frog team this late, which I was very surprised by. And the tiger ends up duplicating the slug. I don't think I've ever seen that before. But that just shows you how good the eggplant can be. And you can just completely... honestly, I'm very surprised to face that this late. But, you can just completely ruin that team with a single tier 3 food. So we do get another apple, which gives a little bit of buffs to the moose. And I buy the pizza, which is a very low percentage play, but it does land on the moose as well. So we're almost at the full 50-50 team. However, we get matched with the exact same Toad Hedgehog team again, with the sort of scuffed white tiger setup. And because their team is barely any different than 2 turns ago, we're actually going to win. But they're still on 2 hearts. See, that's the rare situation where I'm on 1 heart and they're on 2. But there were so few teams that they had to match me with a team with higher hearts. So there we go, a bit of a marathon. But level 3 Jerboa goes to turn 27 in customs.